welcome to my channel. There are a few videos on here and none of them are really that good. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm a person that likes to make things and I really wanted to create content for quite a while, and I wanted to create content about my animals, and I just always feel like if I don't have the time to make it perfect, then I shouldn't make it. So then I stopped even trying to make it. But one of my goals for 2020 was to just make content, because I'm not going to get better at making content if I don't start trying and practicing and editing and doing all of that stuff. So knowing that that was one of my goals going into 2020, right before the holiday season, I started collecting some items to kind of change up my Crested Gecko's enclosure. I have a mature male Crested Gecko named Thistle. I got him in an expo earlier this year, actually. And previously I was housing him in a 20 long enclosure that was up on its side, so it was all nice and tall. And there are a few things I didn't like about it, so I just had the regular screen right on front of it, and it was kind of a hassle because I had cage clips on it and then I would pull it off every day. And I know that sounds like it's not that big of a deal, but I just found it kind of tedious and annoying, as well as it just never quite looked like what I wanted it to. I had some ideas and then the ideas fell through, and then I was like, oh, I'll do this, and then I don't know, I had all these ideas and I never really brought them fully forward, and I was like, you know what, it's the new year and Thistle deserves something nice. And my super sweet boyfriend built me a set of shelves for all of my reptiles, amphibians, and inverts for Christmas, and it just, up there with all of my other reptile enclosures, it didn't look as nice as the rest of them, and I just wanted to give him something nice. So what I ended up doing was switching him from his 20 long into a 20 high. Now it's still on its side, so it's vertical, but what I noticed when he was in his 20 long is that he never really went up above a certain point, and that he even almost, I don't know, it was really hard to fill that extra spot because not a lot of the materials that I could find were tall enough or draped long enough to make it secure all of the vines that I could wind back and forth. I just couldn't find a good way to fill the space, so I thought I would try out a 20 high and see how it worked for him, and I really like how it turned out. I replaced the cage front with a plexiglass front that kind of opens up. It was my second time doing it, so it's not maybe the best that it ever could have been, but you know what, I tried something new, so I'm proud of myself. I filmed this footage at 2 in the morning on a Sunday night right before I had to go to work the next morning. The footage of me putting it together, the cage together. So when you see that, I'm kind of in my pajamas and I'm on my bedroom floor. So when you see that, just know that's what that is. So without further ado, here's a look at Thistle's cage, and I hope you enjoy. So I have opened up Thistle's enclosure, and we're over here, and well, he's up there. There he is. I thought I'd give you guys a little walkthrough of what it looks like. So I guess we'll just start right up in this corner with Thistle. So he is on a Galapagos moss hide. It's one of the 6-inch diameter ones. I actually got it on Amazon for I think about $6. And then just wrapped around it I have this white flower. I think I got it at a Goodwill. That sounds right to me. And then I just have his feeding ledge, and then inside of his feeding ledge I have a plastic cup, and then I actually, at the last expo I went to, they had these silicone cups,
And I really like them because when you're done with them, when the food, dries up, you could just pop all of the food out of it and then wash it, and it's a lot easier. So I really like those a lot. And then I guess the next thing that I'll do, I guess I'll pan over a little bit. Sorry, I'm like in my own light. I have this blue flower. I believe I also got that at a Goodwill. And then there's just some general leaves. I have this vine that's running all the way through here. And it's actually 2 vines. I believe they're both Fluker's vines. They're just different kinds. So this one's the one that's like foamy. That my hand wasn't in frame there. Cool. This one's a little bit more foamier, and this one has like that kind of like moss dirt texture on it. And in the past, what I like to do is kind of fold this one up and twist it together so that it's a little bit thicker for my animals to be stable on. But when I do that, sometimes it splits a little bit because it has that foam in it. So I already had this one. Now I'm switching hands, so my camera's probably all shaky. Nice. I already had this one just waiting to be used, and then I ordered this one online for, I want to say $4 on Amazon, and I twisted them together. So that's running through all of here. It's like back in here. It's down on the floor. I mean, it's kind of just everywhere. So then I guess after that, I'll come forward a little bit. I just have these Fluker's bamboo bars. They've always been not really expensive. Petco sold them for like $17, so I haven't ever bought them before for a set of 2 of them. And I actually got them on Amazon for I think a little less than $5 this time. So I thought I'd give them a shot, and I really like them, except that one of the suction cups doesn't work as great as I thought it would. So that's why they're resting on top of each other right now, is because this suction cup keeps popping off, and so I'm not super duper thrilled about that. But this time I paid only $5 instead of what I paid for like $16, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. Right behind that, I actually have this. This is like a bendy hamster bridge, except it's a really long one. So it starts up here, and then it actually it comes all the way down and ends over there, and it's kind of in this little like S-ish shape. I just thought that would be a thing to have in there. I don't know if he'll actually use it, but I thought it would be cool. I want to say these are also Fluker's. I promise this isn't sponsored. I'm not popular enough for that. But I think this was just another Fluker's vine that I had at one point. I think I got it in Expo for about $6. I have another blue flower. Ooh, in my light again. Nice, go me. Right back there. And then actually, I know it's kind of hard to see, but I have a piece of wood back here that's it's about halfway up the tank. And then it's very stable in the ground. It actually has a rock base. And when I put in the video of me like putting this all together, you'll probably see me putzing with it a ton, because I putzed with it a lot trying to figure out where the best spot for it was. And yeah, and then the only other real thing that's in here is just this piece of like driftwood. I don't know, I felt like this corner was empty when I finished it up, and so I didn't know what to do, and so that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna zoom in on his face again because he's like right up there, and I don't usually see him out and about. Oh. So yeah, this is the enclosure and what it looks like. It's just a 20 high flipped onto its top thing. I don't know what to call this. And then I actually converted the front with plexiglass. The silicone job is kind of shoddy. That's my fault, guys. I am very new at that, and so I tried my best, and maybe sometime I'll peel it off and do it again. But I think that for like a second attempt that it turned out pretty okay.
So yeah, that is what Thistle's cage looks like all completed. I am pretty happy with how it turns out. There's still a few things I want to adjust. Those Fluker's bars with the suction cups, I don't know. I didn't like them resting on top of each other, but I don't know exactly what to do. about the suction cup being broken because it has that pivoting thing, and I don't know what to do about that. So I guess for right now that's okay. And he's still actually utilizing all of it. He goes up to the very top, and I've actually seen him crawl all the way down to the very bottom. It's just a matter now of making sure that he finds his food, because it used to always be in the same spot, and I kind of moved it to a slightly different spot this time. But yeah, I mean, I feel pretty impressed with the amount I spent on this upgrade too. Most of the items I bought were under $5, and if they weren't under $5, they were under $10. I got the 20 high during Petco's dollar per gallon sale, which, speaking of Petco, did you know that they're not actually honoring like online discounts anymore? Like, you can't price match to Chewy or Amazon or even PetSmart anymore, which I thought was crazy because I tried to buy some stuff in store for this and they wouldn't let me. If you guys liked this video and my Crested Gecko and his enclosure, and you want to see more of my content, you can follow me on Instagram. It's the same, it's at Little City Zoo. And if you just want to keep an eye out for more videos, you can subscribe to me here. I'd really appreciate that, and give it a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching.